Said, who's ready for the fourth bout of the evening?
Welcome back to the Remington Park Casino in Oklahoma City. HD Boxing presenting the Rumble at Remington. Heavyweight fight coming up. I'm Andrew Spino. Joining me at ringside with our color commentary tonight, one of the all-time greats of Oklahoma boxing, former heavyweight champion, Darren Humphries. Darren, what are you looking forward to in this, our fourth fight? A heavyweight fight with some significant disparity in the weight between the two fighters. What do you expect?
Well, it looks like they're both kind of evenly matched at 1-0. We'll just see. To me, at this point, it just kind of depends on who wants it more.
Well, John Trowbridge, 37 years old. He's out of the red corner, not in the ring yet. But he just made his pro debut in November. Of course, 1-0. Ended that fight with a third-round KO. Coming up against Patrick Green, up in the ring now in the blue corner. A bit of a mystery man, bit of a question mark. Although he is the cousin of Wayne Heath, the heavyweight fighting in our main event tonight. 34 years old. He weighed in for this bout at 374 pounds. And the crowd makes some noise as it looks like John Trowbridge is making his way into the ring.
Looks like there's probably going to be some heavy leather tonight. Both fighters are 1-0 with one knockout.
The stakes are high.
It does look like Patrick Green has the weight advantage, but
that
doesn't always mean anything.
But having seen Trowbridge before the fight and now seeing Green with his shirt off in the ring, I'd have to give the advantage of conditioning to Trowbridge. Yeah, you have a very long, a very storied professional career, Darren. When you came up against a fighter who you saw was not in the condition perhaps he should have been in, what was your strategy when you looked across, saw a little bit of the, flab around the midsection?
Well, it's all about confidence when you get to a certain level in the pro ranks, and anything you can have over your opponent is obviously going to help. Looking across the ring and seeing somebody that's not quite as in shape as you are, just gives you that little extra edge, a little extra confidence, and a lot of times that's all it takes is a little confidence.
A little more confidence, and did you adjust strategy at all? The crowd goes into a nice little uproar as Trowbridge gets into the ring, trained, of course, by the famous Bo Gibbs Sr., father of Bo Gibbs Jr., one of the biggest draws in the HD Boxing stable. Both fighters in the ring. Let's send it up to Gerald Whalen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return to the action here at Remington Park with your fourth bout of the evening, brought to you by Tecate. 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. This is the battle of the unbeatens. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. At an official 334 pounds, his professional record stands at 1 win with no defeats. 1 win coming by way of knockout. From Harrow, Oklahoma, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Green. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the corner. He weighed in at an official 225 pounds. His professional record stands a perfect 1 win with no defeats. 1 win coming by way of knockout. He hails from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, a former member of the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen,
As the fighters were being announced, you can see Trowbridge working up a good sweat, looking in the zone. Patrick Green kind of looked like he was waiting for the bus.
Keep your punches up. Let's have a good, clean fight.
Patrick maybe has a little more confidence. He looks a little more relaxed to me in the corner right now.
Maybe it is just his confidence shining through. Looks a little dry, stepping into the ring. Trowbridge dancing in his corner. Referee Gerald Ritter waving them in, and here we go. A heavyweight bout at Remington Park in Oklahoma City.
Don't hold.
Darren Humphries, what's going on in these first seconds of the fight?
Well, typically they're going to come out and kind of fill each other out, but these two come straight at each other.
Get your arm out there.
1-0 with one knockout, so they're looking to end it early, it looks like to me.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like Trowbridge is doing a lot of feeling out as he comes in and rolls to the body of Patrick Green.
And it's almost like Trowbridge has like a little smile or smirk on his face or something. It looks really relaxed to me.
And he's landing some serious body shots. Now he's throwing upstairs. An uppercut, a left hook, another uppercut downstairs. Dances out of range. Green trying to fight back.
Get your hand out of there. Get your hand out of there.
During the clinch is able to land some body punches on the inside, but Green really not landing anything significant yet as he throws out kind of a lazy jab, which Trowbridge counters.
Yeah, and it looks like Trowbridge is maybe a little too relaxed in that first exchange. He's taking some big shots here to the body and back up to the head by
Punch
Green.
out.
Well, there's relaxed and there's ready for a nap. I'm not sure Green.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell the difference here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure Green is all that fired up after taking those heavy body shots, which you know hurt. I mean, you could hear him at least 5 rows back.
For sure. Yeah, and it looks like Green, he's obviously the more aggressive fighter at this point, landing the heavier shots.
Trowbridge landing the heavier shots.
Trowbridge.
Green tying him up.
Get back.
As the two are in ring center, referee separates them. Green almost looked like he was determined to throw a right hand there, then thought better of it. Trowbridge actually does take a right hand. That was probably Green's most effective, maybe his only effective punch of the fight so far.
Yeah, Green's reaching out there with that lazy jab and then throwing, in my opinion, the lazy right hand too. It's almost like he's reaching after he's throwing that. You know, he's got to be careful of that because Trowbridge is here to drop some heavy leather.
Trowbridge landing a nice left hook as they came out of the clinch. Seemed to rattle Green a little bit, but not do any significant damage as he backs up. Ties up the man again, tries to throw punches on the inside, but Trowbridge unloading with a barrage of headshots. Now tied up in the neutral corner.
Yeah, and the difference here, I think, is probably the activity of Trowbridge. You know, he's moving in and out, throwing the harder punches. He just looks like a better fighter at this point to me. Throw a good lead left hook there.
And now Trowbridge throwing nice combinations and landing in ring center as he muscles Green back a bit. Green out of the clinch. Tried to throw a sneaky right hand, didn't quite land that time. So two trade body punches in the clinch.
Right, and Green's obviously the bigger fighter, but as I mentioned earlier, Trowbridge definitely has the heavier hand.
That's the end of round one. Heavyweight boxing at Remington Park. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Remington Park Casino, Oklahoma City. It is the Rumble at Remington, brought to you by HD Boxing. Heavyweight action, round two between John Trowbridge in the black and red trunks, Patrick Green in the black with the white trim. They go back attempting to trade punches in ring center. Trowbridge unloading up top. Lands a nice left hook out of that combination and another solid body shot.
Yeah, and Trowbridge is doing the right thing. He's coming out in the beginning of the round, setting the pace, landing some heavy shots. And I think he gets Green a little bit in trouble here. And Green, to me, looks like he's wearing out just a little bit.
And even though this is only a 4-round fight, Darren Humphries, nice punches upstairs by Trowbridge. Darren, I was going to ask you what kind of toll do those body take shots, even in a short fight, what kind of toll do those body shots take on Green?
Well, they're taking a bigger toll than it looks like. I think that's maybe one of the reasons his hands are getting lower and lower. You know, as you can tell, Green has a lot of body to hit here, and Trowbridge is certainly taking advantage of that.
You got to give it to Green. He can take a shot. There we go, another body shot as he's coming in. They trade punches downstairs in the clinch. It looks like referee Gerald Ritter's going to let time to fight it out. Trowbridge tries to throw the big left hook. Didn't quite land, but lands a nice jab coming in.
Out there.
Are you, if you're advising Trowbridge at this point, what would you tell him?
Well, I'm not sure he's going to. It doesn't look like he has enough power to necessarily stop Green. So, at the beginning of the round, he comes out and lands good jabs and throws good combinations. If I was him, I would just step back, jab to the body and head, and just throw combinations.
Just outbox.
Yeah, because Green's obviously the bigger guy. I'm not sure that Trowbridge at this point has the power to one-punch knockout like he's looking for.
Trowbridge is a big guy, 6'2", weighed in tonight at 225 pounds. what is he doing that's not getting him the leverage on his punches that he should be getting? Why doesn't he have the power we'd expect? Oh, nice right uppercut and a left hook on the inside. Classic combination. Trowbridge really pouring it on, and Green taking some punishment now.
Well, Green is taking some punishment. To answer your question, I think Trowbridge is just throwing a little bit of heavy haymakers. I think he's going for the knockout instead of just looking for maybe that TKO victory and just outboxing him. He's definitely a big guy weighing in at 225 pounds. He definitely looks like the strongest fighter, Trowbridge.
Well, he appears to be pitching a shutout so far. Green taking a lot of heat, trying to fire back in return, but really has not landed anything of substance yet. Another big right hand downstairs, left hook up top.
Trowbridge is really working him over at this point. I'm not sure Green has much left in him.
And if at that point, when he lands a big right hand like that to the body, lands a good left hook upstairs, should he be staying on the body? We're going to stay with you in between rounds 2 and 3 here. Heavyweight action at Remington Park. Darren Humphries, I'll re-ask the question just in case you missed it. Is Trowbridge?
There was a lot of action there in those last few seconds.
There was. Is Trowbridge doing the right thing by going up top after he lands a good body shot like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that his trainer's probably talking with him about in the corner right now, is certainly working that body and moving back up to the head. Anytime you work that body, it's going to pull your hands down, open up the head shot. So.
And if you were working in Green's corner, what would you be telling him?
To keep his hands up.
Keep your hands up.
He's reaching right now. He looks a little bit tired. He's wore out. He's throwing a punch and then reaching. He's looking to tie up. And that's where Trowbridge is having some success with that uppercut. He's landing some heavy uppercuts. Followed with that left hook. He looked good that round.
Here we go, round number 3. Heavyweight action, John Trowbridge, Patrick Green, both fighters undefeated at 1-0. Both of them KOs, and Trowbridge looks like he's ready to end it here in round number 3. He's got Green against the ropes. He's throwing everything he has, body and head and body. It's a question of how much Green really can take or how much the referee is willing to let him endure.
Stop! Break!
Trowbridge is doing the same thing all 3 rounds. He's come out, first 10 seconds, throwing heavy punches, landing some good combinations. I think that kind of takes the steam out of Green.
I think the steam is out of Green, but you got to give him credit for still being in there, still standing up, taking those kind of shots, and not really keeping himself competitive, at least at this point in the fight, which is about halfway between round 3.
Yeah, no, he's not really being competitive, in my opinion, at this point. There's a difference between being, being competitive and having the ability to win the fight, and then just, taking shots. And that, to me, that's what Green's doing here. He's taking a lot of punishment.
Trowbridge he has not much of an amateur career, just 3-1, and this is only his second pro fight. Are you impressed at how well he throws his punches, how well he puts together those combinations with that little experience?
Yeah, I am, but not to take anything away from him, Trowbridge does look good, but Green's, just kind of a moving heavy bag at this point.
Perhaps an easy target, but still giving Trowbridge a little credit for putting his punches together pretty well for a guy who's only having his second pro fight. Green firing back a little bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt Trowbridge has the ability. He looks good. One of the better fighters tonight on the card, in my opinion, as far as throwing punches and looking good technique-wise.
Good left hook as they both come inside and ring center. Trowbridge, former Marine, as was announced during the introductions, but also his day job works at the FAA as an air traffic controller.
Yeah, and I think a little bit of that Marine is coming out in him. I think that's why he's probably going forward. He's going to bring the fight to him.
Well, I'll tell you this much that he's doing right like a Marine, and that's getting there first. He's initiating most of the exchanges and dictating the action of the fight. Good left hook, leaping in. Oh, big right hand to the body. Big shots upstairs. Trowbridge unloading. Green tying up, but still managing to hang in there.
He's taking some heavy shots. There's no doubt he's tough. I'm not sure being tough is the right thing, though.
Darren Humphries, I saw you waving your hands a bit. Were you signaling that maybe it's a time for the referee to step in?
Yeah, Ritter's obviously one of the best referees around here. He knows what he's doing, but, in my opinion, I just think Green's taking too many shots, too many heavy shots.
And doesn't appear to be doing anything to make himself competitive. That's the end of round 3. Your 4th and final round coming up. Stay with us. We're back at Remington Park Casino. Heavyweight action. The 4th and final round. Trowbridge versus Green. And what a left hook by Trowbridge to start out the final round.
Yep, just like at the previous 3 rounds. Trowbridge is coming out, landing the first shots, the heavier shots, and I think he's about to put Green away here.
What a combination. People at ringside trying to signal the ref to end the fight. Blood now streaming from the nose of Patrick Green here in the 4th and final round.
Too tough right now,
The kid can take a punch. You got to give him that much. But it becomes a question at this point just how much he can take and how much the ref is willing to let him take. He's got the heart, just doesn't seem to have the tools. Fourth and final round, heavyweight action at Remington Park. I'm Andrew Spino, ringside with former Oklahoma heavyweight champion Darren Humphries. Darren, how do you have the bout scored so far with these 3 rounds?
I think it's 3-0 Trowbridge. He's definitely landed the heavier shots. At this point, I think Green's just trying to survive.
Oh, big left hooks as Green reeling backwards, but look, he's still on his feet. And a brutal and quickly raising red welt on the left side of the body of Patrick Green. He's taken a lot of big right hands and just took one more to the body. That's gotta hurt.
Yep. If you notice, Trowbridge is going to the body and then back up to the head. Green's just leaning on him at this point.
Well, it's pretty obviously been a shutout round to round. Would you have scored any of those at 10-8?
Well, I think you could. They've all been kind of the same round to me. It's been nothing but Trowbridge.
Green still bleeding profusely. Initially, it looked like the blood was coming from the nose. It looks now like there might be a cut on the nose across the bridge, and that's what's bleeding. Can't quite tell from this angle, though. Yeah, it does look like Green has a cut.
Go first.
And he stumbles backwards. The ref clearly keeping an eye on the action now as Green is in serious, serious trouble here.
Yeah, he's just coming forward with his hands down. I think he's probably waiting, just trying to wait this round out and get this over with.
We are in the 4th and final round. Patrick Green in the black trunks. John Trowbridge in the red. Trowbridge dominating this fight. 10 seconds left in the 4th and final round. We'll have the judge's decision coming up right after this. Heavyweight action at Remington Park in Oklahoma City. Let's send it up to Gerald Whalen for the judge's decision.
Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 4th bout of the evening, brought to you by Tecate, goes to the scorecards. Judge Darren Ritter scores about 40-34. Judge Sarah Atwood scores about 40-35. Judge Ronnie Wassel scores about 40-36. For your winner by unanimous decision, out of the reporter, the fighting Marine, John Trowbridge!
A dominant performance by John Trowbridge. Heavyweights fighting at Remington Park. Trowbridge, his record now going up to 2-0, still undefeated. Green took quite a beating in that round. A lot of people were calling for the ref to stop it, but Green hung in there. You really have to admire how much punishment he was able to take and that kind of heart. The interesting thing about the scoring, though, as you couldn't help but notice, that couple 10-8 rounds in there.
Yep, there was.
It looked like one judge scored 2 rounds 10-8.
Who out there is drinking ice cold Tecate?
And I don't think you can really argue with that. I would agree that a couple of those rounds at least were
HD
10-8.
Promotions
Very one-sided.
would like to put a special thank you out for Rick Higginson for the
We still have 2 more great fights here at Rumble at Remington Park in Oklahoma City. Brought to you by HD Boxing. We'll be right back.